Good morning, Cardinals. My name's Jake Nye.
And I'm Jaylee Becker. Today is Friday, April 29th, 2022, and you're watching Vlog Talk.
Jaylee, how involved are you in our country's politics?
Let's keep that to ourselves. We don't want to get demonetized.
You're right. We only got 3 weeks left. We don't want to ruin it now.
Let's go to Beneath the Surface with Andrew Surface.
This is Beneath the Surface with Andrew Surface, and this is the news. This week, we interview the founder and leader of the Thomas Worthington Democrats, Noah Bernard. Let's take a look. How did you start out working as an activist?
Dr. Carr, one of our wonderful vice principals here at Thomas, had a friend who was running for city council in Columbus, and she was able to connect me to her, and I volunteered with her city council campaign. And so from then on, I thought, I wonder if I can bring that activism and that sense of partnership to Thomas.
Whatever happened to the account for Thomas Worthington Dems?
So I'm not really sure what happened to the account. It seemed like it got taken down by Instagram or it just sort of disappeared. I honestly don't know, but do not worry. We'll get that up probably once I get home from school, actually.
Are there any projects that you're working on right now?
So currently right now, we're mainly pushing to get our name out there. I have had a couple people tell me that they thought this was sort of like a joke club or just to poke fun. But this is a club where we want to show people that you can be a young activist without having to work by yourself and while still making plenty of friends.
That wraps up our interview. You can find Noah's new account at TWHS Dems on Instagram. Back to you.
Politics in high school. What a combination.
Speaking of high school, kindness is in the air. Has a teacher or other school staff member been especially compassionate by going out of their way to help you with personal or school problems? Then nominate them for the Gary Smith Compassionate Teaching Award. Nomination, postcards are in the counseling office.
Wow, there are so many people to choose from.
Speaking of so many, did you know that there are 53 different cultures represented at Thomas?
Let's learn more.
Hi, I'm Liana.
Madeline Ahinkra.
My name is Miriam.
Kathy Starks.
Jacqueline. International Culture Week is something that Diversity Club and International Club came up with to bring cultures together and show off kind of like your own culture.
Who had the idea to start Culture Week?
The idea was kind of a combination of International Club and Diversity Club. We kind of joined so that we can make something special for the whole school.
What is your cultural heritage?
I'm Egyptian, and as you can see, I'm wearing a lot of colorful clothes. And this is mainly like Nubian style, which is Southern Egypt.
I represent for Vietnam, for nation, continent.
It shows the hard work because this was handmade, like the cloth was handmade and then it was hand sewn. Wow. So it's like the hard work that we put into our country.
Right now, I'm representing my mom's side of the culture, which is Veracruz, Mexico, Veracruz.
I represent, as I said, African American culture.
What is your favorite part about your culture?
So I think everyone, when they heard about Vietnam, the first food that they think of will be pho, because that is the best one ever. You should try it. And for the dresses, oh yeah, it's the best. Look at this.
My favorite part about African American culture is the roots in Africa, and especially our music.
The history and the music. Yeah. Could you elaborate a little further? Because literally, when Ghana first became its own independent country, our first president was a Pan-African. So he thought everybody should join together. And actually the first lady of Ghana, like the very first one, was Egyptian because of his open-mindedness.
The hospitality and the warmth that a lot of Egyptian people have.
The clothes and the food that they make.
What can students around Thomas do to show their cultural heritage or to show their support and solidarity for the expression of their other's cultural heritage?
I think they can talk about it with their friends so that everyone will know where they're from and who they are.
Like, there's things that you can do to show respect, and you can always ask questions, but you have to make sure that the questions are respectful, and you have to make sure that you come with sincerity.
Definitely be respectful to other people's cultures, and if you feel like you want to express your own culture, then do it. It's not something that happens every day, so it's nice that we can all be able to do something together for every culture.
I think it's important for all teachers or staff to celebrate their own culture and share that history with their students.
They can show it by participating in our Spirit Week and the International Day, and they can just respect other people's cultures.
I just found out recently we have over 53 different countries represented and over 40 different languages. We were talking in our diversity club meeting about how we could celebrate all the cultures, and this was something that came up. International Day was done here about 5 or 6 years ago, and we haven't done it since, so we thought this was a good time to bring it back.
Every international student or someone come from another country can represent themselves.
Is it throughout the entire week or just one specific day?
It's a whole spirit week, but we're doing one specific day where we can dress up.
We're going to have people represent their flags. We're going to be talking about music. We'll have some things on announcements. And then on Friday is going to be our actual international fair where every table will be set up with the cultures and countries represented. They will have a trifold that explains a little bit about the customs and culture and music of that country. And some of the students are going to be bringing in food for our students to try. 4th, 5th, and 6th, so we'll be during the lunch periods and then 6th period as well. We'll be in the Aux Gym. And we are hoping that 6th period, some teachers will bring their classes down so they can walk around and see some of the countries and cultures that are represented.
This week sure has been busy for our student athletes.
Here are your sports updates.
The boys track and field team traveled south for the Lakota East Invitational last Saturday and came home meet champions. Ethan Morgan placed second in the 800, Lulu Ferguson and David Horton finished second and third, respectively. Ben Smith took first in the 2-mile, Kevin DeBatey snagged second in the 110 and first in the 300-meter hurdles and first in long jump. The 4x4-meter relay took first and the 4x8-meter relay took second. Wayne Chen placed first in pole vault and Kyle Cooch second in shot put. Way to go, guys! The team competed in a tri-meet with New Albany in Westerville Central on Tuesday, coming in second place with 98 points. Nice job, fellas.
The girls track and field team also competed in the Lakota East Invitational, taking home the second place spot. Layla Busaidra placed first in the 2-mile, Hadley Kalina snagged third in the 300-meter hurdles. Both 4x4 and 4x8 relay teams placed first. Shania Gardner took second in the long jump, Kennedy Macerolo and Riley Bowers placed first and third respectively in pole vault, and Habiba Bundu snagged third in discus. They competed in the Westerville Central Tri-Meet on Tuesday, taking home the gold with 87.66 points. Awesome job, ladies. Both teams compete in the Gary Smith Invitational tomorrow, with events starting at 11 a.m. Good luck, athletes, and come out to show your support, students.
The boys varsity baseball played the Monarchs again last Thursday, taking home the W, 3-1. The boys played Hilliard Derby on Friday, falling to the Panthers, 1-4. On Saturday, they took on Olentangy, taking the loss 7-9. On Monday, the boys played Derby again, losing in a heartbreaker, 2-3. Nick Clay pitched a great game and gave up only 5 hits. Solid defensive team play and hits from AJ Rinaldi, Gannon Wentz, Jake King, and Caleb Kirkner. Nice! They fell 1-4 to Olentangy Berlin on Wednesday. Last night, they rematched the Olentangy Braves. We'll have those scores for you next week. They rematched the Berlin Bears tonight at Gustler Park. Game time 5 p.m. They travel to Tays Valley tomorrow. Good luck, guys!
The boys lacrosse team took on crosstown rival Worthington Kilbourne last Thursday, coming out on top 7-6, with goals by Hoover, Estep, Morma, Reinhardt, and Simeon. In their senior night against Hilliard Derby on Tuesday, the boys reigned supreme, scoring 14 points to the Panthers' 2. Goals for the Cardinals scored by Logan Reinhardt with 5, Nate Hoover with 3, Curtis Schreiner with 2, and Jacob Hall, Wyatt Estep, Jack Morma, and Nick Boren, each with 1. Congrats, fellas. They take on Detroit Catholic Central tonight at Hamilton Field. Game time 7 p.m. Best of luck.
The boys varsity tennis played Hilliard Derby last Thursday, winning 5-0 over the Panthers. On Friday, they competed against Lincoln, taking another win, 4-1. Monday's game against Olentangy was called due to rain. Tough luck. On Tuesday, they played Berlin, falling to the Bears 2-3. They played Centennial on Wednesday, defeating the Stars 5-0. Last night, they competed against Westerville South. We'll have those scores for you next time. Tonight, the boys play Northland at home, starting at 4 p.m. Good luck, fellas.
Last Friday, the girls lacrosse team took on Dublin Kaufman, tied at 7 into the half, but falling to the Rocks 10-13. They hosted the Hannigan Gallup Hall tournament on Saturday, beating Medina 9-8 and crushed the Avon Eagles 16-2. Goals for the match were scored by Josie Tinorello with 6, Kate Isaacson and Tate Beagle with 3, and Molly Geiger, Ella Wins, Gabby Etting, and Audrey Cahoon, each with 1. On Tuesday, the team took on Hilliard Derby, beating the Panthers 12-7 to keep the crown, making them league champs for the 3rd time in a row and snagging a share of the OCC title. Way to go, ladies. They played Kilbourne last night. We will have those scores for you next time.
The girls varsity softball team competed against Olentangy last Friday, falling to the Braves 2-9. In Saturday's doubleheader with Upper Arlington, the Lady Cards fell to the Bears 4-11 and then 6-7. Monday, the girls played a well-fought game against Berlin, but ultimately fell to the Bears 10-13. In their senior night against Hilliard Derby on Tuesday, the Cards stole the W, scoring 8 to the Panthers, 7 with homers by Sadie Masonette and Olivia Ingram. On Wednesday, the girls played Dublin Jerome, losing in a shutout, 0-12. Last night, the team competed against the Olentangy Braves. We'll have those scores for you next week. The Cards take on Westerville South and Hartley tomorrow. Games beginning at 10 a.m. Good luck, ladies.
The boys varsity volleyball team played a tough schedule this week. In their second Wotown showdown, the boys looked to maintain their pristine record, but ultimately fell to the Wolves in 5 long, high-scoring sets, 2-3. On Tuesday, they were back on track, beating the Olentangy Braves 3-1. Some stats from the game. Miles Halland with 17 kills and 5 aces, Joe Kolwicks with 32 assists, 14 digs, and 3 blocks, and Bo O'Leary with 14 kills. They played Hilliard Derby last night. We will have those results next week. Tomorrow, JV and varsity head to Hamilton, Ohio for a try-meet tournament. Go get 'em, fellas.
Our teams are still going strong.
That's all for this week's episode.
Thanks for watching.
And remember, it's
always a great day to be a Cardinal.
Hi, yes, I'd like to place an order for an extra large veggie pizza. And could you just put extra olives on there? No olives? No, I don't. No olives? Forget it! Oh my God. Oh, hey, you just watched April 29th's episode of Flock Talk. Today you saw Jaylee Beckert and Jake Nye anchoring, Andrew Surface with Beneath the Surface, and Ethan Hassenfratz, Nana Bodu, and Matthew Reed, among others, with Unido/International Week. You also saw Gavin Rohde and Luca Campagnoli with credits. We'd like to thank Mr. Scully administration for letting us do this, and we'll see you next week. Ciao!